Well, hello everybody and welcome back to Lisa's Coloring Corner. I came up with a new way to store all of my permanent markers. This does not include your regular alcohol markers. These are like your Sharpies, your Bics, Amazon Basics, what was the last one? I can't remember. Anyhow, those types of markers. And I had them in separate cases. I had one case for my fine Sharpies and Amazon Basics, and then I had to have another case for the there are 4 different types I have. Is it U.S. Art Supply? Anyhow, and then I had to have separate, oh, the Bics also. And then I had separate cases for the ultrafine. Kept the Bics in their plastic cases because those cases, you know, were really nice. It just got to be so much, though. If I wanted to color a picture with my permanent markers, I wanted all of them together. So, yeah, that got quite cumbersome, kept them nice and organized, and you know how much I like that. So, I came up with a different way of organizing them. It's not quite as, shall we say, organized as the actual marker cases, but this does allow me to keep them all together. So I have one for the ultra fine permanent markers and one for the fine tip permanent markers. I will leave links to these cases on Amazon. This one, I believe I did a review of quite a while ago in a video. Did not show this case at all. I wanted to distinguish the 2 cases so I knew which one was ultrafine, which one was fine tip. So let's go ahead and open these. Because these are kind of large, it's a little difficult. I have my camera up as far as it will go. And yeah, we're still kind of close. So this is flipped on its side. We do have some pockets here, and they zip, and one over here. They do come with carrying a shoulder strap. I never use them. I don't carry mine around that way. I only use mine at home, so yeah, I never put them on. And then we have a dual zipper on the front. So we will unzip this and show you what it's like. It does sit up like this. However, storing them, I do like to store them down this way, just so that the pens are horizontal rather than vertical. I don't think with these single-sided pens it would really matter because I always store them point side down anyhow. And I see I messed a few up. I divided these up into different color groups, and I'll show you what I mean. It comes with all of these dividers, and I had an extra one left over in this particular case. But I wanted to set it up just like I have the fine point set up. So these are all my ultra fines. In the first section, I have all of my yellows, oranges, and reds. Then in the next section, I have all my pinks, purples. Then I have all my blues, all of my greens. And then in the last section, I have browns, grays, and blacks. Now, when you have to put these dividers in, that's the most difficult part of the whole thing because you have to determine how big you need each section. For me, my largest sections were, and you'll see that especially when I get to the fine points, because they're bigger than the ultrafines. Ultrafines, I have plenty of room in here. Although this is just a teeny bit smaller than the other case that I'm going to show you, but because I put the ultrafines in here, that was perfect. I needed it to be a little bit smaller. Now, if you wanted to, you could use this, extra one, split these up even more, maybe just the yellow and orange in one and the red in one. I found I didn't need to do that, and again, I wanted to keep it the same as the other case. So yeah, that's the hardest part of it all. But this whole thing, there is Velcro on the bottom also. You can lift this whole thing out if you want to, and I did opt to do that when I was setting this up and, you know, putting these in and putting all my markers in. And then I just lifted the whole thing and popped it into the case. All right, so that is the ultra fines. Got plenty of room left in this case. So I'm going to zip this one back up. Okay, and now we have the case that I put my fine tips in. The case is the exact same because these are made by the same company. Again, pockets on the side, shoulder strap, which again, I don't use. I use the carrying handle. Very nice, you know, stitched really nice. These are made very, very well. I like them. They are a little pricey. I think they're maybe like 30 bucks. Now again, this one is a little bit bigger, which I'm glad for. Because yes, again, a little hard to see in here, isn't it? Your fine tips are a little bit bigger. So again, I have them set up the exact same way, hence why I set that one up that way. But again, I have my yellow, orange, and reds. I have my purples and pinks, which I guess I didn't realize there were so many of just those two colors. Then I have my blues, my greens, and finally my browns, grays, and blacks. So I hope you can see in there okay. And then, oh, I forgot to mention, we do have a zipper up in here too. So you got lots of different little pockets, and you know, if you wanted to put something in here, just really a handy case. And again, I'm using these for markers, but you know, there are tons of different uses you could, you know, use these cases for. It's just working really good for me. Like I said, they're not quite as organized now as what they used to be, because in the other cases, I could see exactly, you know, what color was what. Now they're a little jumbled together, but they're all in one place, and that's what I wanted. So I hope you liked seeing my new organization of my permanent markers. Yeah, I like it. I've used these a couple of times in coloring now. And yeah, it works out much nicer rather than bringing, you know, the Sharpie marker case. You know, a lot of times I want the fine tip and ultra fine depending upon, you know, the different size areas that I'm coloring. You know, I want the Bics, I want, you know, so it just got to be a bit much. So yeah, this is working out much nicer. So I hope you enjoyed this new idea of organization. And if you did, please hit the thumbs up button and subscribe if you're new to my channel. I hope everybody's having a fantastic day. And as always, happy coloring. Bye guys.